Well, ladies and gentlemen, Turn 10 has done it again. To be fair to them, they've been making progress, in other aspects of the game, like rehauling the car progression system, which definitely they deserve props for that. But in terms of engine sounds, I don't know what's going on there. Something is up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about specifically, it's the newly added Lamborghini Murcielago. And I'll let you take a listen for yourself. It's known as one of the best sounding cars of all time, just that screaming V12 sound. A car that's been around for more than a decade, and it's been in plenty of previous Forza games. I think they should kind of know how to accurately model the engine sound by now, and they can't come up with some BS excuse being like, oh, it's newly added to the franchise, like they could say with the Y.R and the Essenza as to why they couldn't give an accurate engine sound. And the problem is that they've made it harder for themselves now because they had to balance fixing various issues, and naturally some of them are going to matter more than others at this point. Because if you had to ask me, would you rather they fix the penalty system, the car progression system like they're overhauling right now, trying to fix various glitches and bugs, I would probably tell you that is of more importance than, changing an engine sound for the longevity of the game, right? But it just shows that I guess they didn't really understand what it means to build from the ground up. What exactly were you building from the ground up? I would say the most important components of a racing game are the car models, the car sounds, and its physics, fundamentally. Like the skeleton of a racing game are those three components, right? So that's what you should be rebuilding when you reboot a franchise. Otherwise, what are you changing? If we take the Lamborghini Essenza, for example, because it did start out with the same exact Aventador sound file that we heard before with the Murcielago. They did eventually change it, but it still doesn't sound great. And that's kind of my point. They're left to play catch up, and then they can't really give it the full attention that it needs. This is something that should have been ideally addressed pre-launch and not post-launch. And I think this is a good time to bring up Gran Turismo Sport, where Polyphony really did do a proper reboot. And I think that's really going to serve them well for years to come. And I look over at Motorsport and it concerns me a bit because this was the time to do essentially that, what Polyphony did, to really rebuild the game from the ground up, actually. Bring updated models, really focus on the car sounds, all of that stuff, that will serve you for plenty of games in the future, right? And considering they're still reusing old car models that are outdated from the old Xbox 360, original Xbox days. The same thing with some of these engine sounds. Like I'm pretty sure the Aventador 1 is from Horizon 3.
This is our best sounding Forza Motorsport ever.
If not now, when? That's really what concerns me. Maybe they threw it through little bits and they just keep updating Motorsport. Instead of releasing new games, they just keep updating it. Maybe that's one possibility, but I don't know. It's something that should have been addressed, right? They had all this time, about 6 years between Motorsport 7 and the new one. That was the perfect opportunity to do that, to really set up the franchise for success in future years. But yeah, this was a follow-up to my previous video, where I first brought attention to this, and it doesn't seem to be really getting much better, right? Especially I feel like this is pretty symbolic that it's done with the Murcielago. And the worst part is, on Horizon, it sounds pretty good. Like, it's pretty accurate. It revs a little bit higher, which is a common theme with Forza engines, that they always rev just a little bit higher than they do in real life. But, besides that, it sounds pretty good. Again, I'm not up to date with all the logistics, but I can't think of a good reason for it. It seems like pretty straightforward. Two studios that work on essentially the same franchise, I assume share a lot of things with each other. That should be one of them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, if you're disappointed, if you just don't care anymore. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.